6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Kelani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has said all national institutions stand united for defense, development and prosperity of the country. Director General Inter-Services Public Relations has emphatically stated that armed forces stand tall and resolute with solemn pledge to counter any anti-state narrative or collusion. Government has decided to introduce reforms in immigration system to facilitate passengers. Pakistan has urged India to promote environment of tolerance and mutual respect among all religious and cultural communities. Sri Lanka has appreciated Pakistan for participation in relief activities in cyclone-affected areas. In Women Under-19 T20, Bangladesh beat Pakistan by 3 wickets at Cox's Bazar today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has congratulated Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir on his historic appointment as Pakistan's first Chief of Defence Forces. In a post on his X handle, he said that as the sentinel of our nation's security, his leadership has been pivotal in guiding country's brave armed forces to a decisive victory in the battle for truth. The Prime Minister said the people of Pakistan will always remember his bold and courageous leadership in wartime that unified the armed forces, galvanized the entire nation and secured a historic victory for the homeland. Shehbaz Sharif also felicitated Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmad Babar Sindhu on the extension of his tenure. He said that under his exemplary command, Pakistan Air Force destroyed 7 enemy aircraft and sophisticated missile defense systems with unmatched professionalism and reinforced Pakistan's air superiority. He said all national institutions stand united for the defense, development and prosperity of Pakistan. Director General ISPR Lieutenant General Ahmad Sharif Chaudhry has emphatically stated that the armed forces of Pakistan stand tall and resolute with a solemn pledge to counter any anti-state narrative or collusion. Addressing a news conference in Rawalpindi today, he deplored that the PTI founder is not doing politics, rather he is hinging up on a relentless anti-state narrative. The DG ISPR said PTI founder's narrative has become a national security threat. He said, "We respect constructive criticism and freedom of expression, but no one can be allowed to drive a wedge between the people and armed forces of Pakistan." He said all political parties are respectable, but armed forces should not be dragged into politics. Lieutenant General Ahmad Sharif Chaudhry said PTI founder's narrative is unfortunately in deep collusion with external factors. He said anti-state narrative begins from the official Twitter account of PTI founder, is then often taken up by the Indian mainstream and social media and then further propagated by Afghan media. To this, the DGISPR presented a detailed chart with dates and timings of the tweets by PTI founder and his party's accounts, which were then carried for further propagation by Indian and Afghan media outlets. Lieutenant General Ahmad Sharif Chaudhry questioned as to why the Indian media is giving this much of its airtime to PTI's narrative. The DGISPR also questioned as to why PTI founder is so obsessed with Pakistan Army. He showed the social media trends and fake news surrounding the recent Chief of Defence Forces notification and other related disinformation campaigns about Pakistan Army. About PTI's criticism on Afghan policy and narrative of the talks with Khwarji, the DGISPR said security of the state cannot be sublet. The DGISPR reiterated that we believe in dialogue, but not with terrorist entities, including Fitna al-Khwarij and Fitna al-Hindustan. The Director General ISPR described the operationalization of Chief of Defence Forces headquarters as a monumental and a great day for the national security of Pakistan. He said it is not only in Pakistan, but there are about 70 countries where such synergetic headquarters are available. This is Radio Pakistan. The government has decided to introduce reforms in immigration system to facilitate passengers. The decision has been taken at a meeting co-chaired by Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi and Minister for Overseas Pakistanis Chaudhry Saleh Hussain in Islamabad. The Interior Minister said that a crackdown has also been launched against agent mafia involved in the business of fake visas. He said the government will also ensure that deported people do not get visas again after their passports are cancelled. Chaudhry Saleh Hussain said the Ministry of Overseas Pakistanis will cooperate with the Interior Ministry to improve immigration system. Minister for Planning and Development S. N. Iqbal has underscored the importance of peace for driving the country forward on the path of sustainable development. Addressing the unveiling ceremony of Peace and Development Unit in Islamabad, he emphasized that the objective of peace must be projected as a national priority. S. N. Iqbal said it is crucial to cleanse the minds of the youth from the viruses of extremism, prejudice and hatred. He said the objective of establishment of Peace and Development Unit is integrating peace and stability into national development. Pakistan has urged the Indian government to promote an environment of tolerance and inclusivity, ensure legal equal citizenship rights and mutual respect among all religious and cultural communities. The call was made by spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Tahir Indarabi, at his weekly media briefing in Islamabad today, while responding to a question in the wake of anniversary of the destruction of historic Babri Mosque by Hindu fanatics. The spokesperson said Pakistan holds that preservation of religious heritage and sacred sites is a shared obligation of the international community, and Babri Mosque was a heritage site. He said it is essential that all acts undermining Muslim religious symbols or historic legacy should be addressed through transparency, accountability, and commitment to justice. Tahir Indarabi said Pakistan values interfaith harmony in peaceful coexistence. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the New Delhi-led State Investigation Agency, along with Indian paramilitary forces, has conducted house raids in Srinagar city. According to Kashmir Media Service, the SIA and paramilitary personnel carried out a raid at the residence of an air conditioning technician, Tufail Niaz Bhatt, in the Batamula area of the city. During the thorough search of their house, the family was harassed and terrorized by the forces, who continue to act with impunity under the draconian Armed Forces Special Powers Act. A specialized team of Pakistan Army is actively engaged in relief activities in the cyclone-affected areas of Sri Lanka. According to NDMA, all possible measures are being taken to provide aid to the victims of Cyclone Detwa. Along with searching for the missing persons, the process of recovering the bodies is also underway at expedited pace. The NDMA is utilizing vacant spaces on commercial flights to send additional aid to Sri Lanka. Meanwhile, Sri Lankan Army Commander Lieutenant General Lasataro Darigo has appreciated the capabilities of Pakistan's Urban Search and Rescue Team. During the meeting with Pakistan's Urban Search and Rescue Team, the Sri Lankan Army Commander thanked Pakistan for supporting them in difficult times. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said Moscow is ready to provide uninterrupted shipments of fuel to India. He was talking to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi today. The two leaders also pledged to reshape their defense ties. In the second match of Women Under-19 T20, Bangladesh beat Pakistan by 3 wickets at Cox's Bazar today. Batting first, Pakistan women scored 80 runs for the loss of 7 wickets in the allotted 20 overs. In reply, Bangladesh women achieved the target in 19 overs for the loss of 7 wickets. The series is levelled by 1-1. Finally, the weather. Partly cloudy weather is expected in Balochistan, South Punjab and northern areas during the next 12 hours. However, very cold weather conditions are expected in northern areas during morning and night hours. Light rain and snowfall may occur at isolated places in Gilgit-Baltistan. Smog is likely to persist over the plain areas of Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, while fog may develop at a few places during morning and night hours. And now the headlines once again. Prime Minister has said all national institutions stand united for defense, development and prosperity of the country. Director General, Inter-Services Public Relations, has emphatically stated that armed forces stand tall and resolute with solemn pledge to counter any anti-state narrative or collusion. Pakistan has urged India to promote an environment of tolerance and mutual respect among all religious and cultural communities. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.